delete elements, just hit the delete button. When you are done, make sure to hit save button to save your stream. As you can see, we created a radio stream. You can create with the same process multiple radio or video streams, so you can choose which
YouTube app is your go-to destination for creating from your phone. You can upload videos, create shorts, go live, or post to your community all in one place. When you tap the create icon in the bottom of the YouTube app, you'll see all these different options. You can swipe through them to and edit shorts directly from your phone, or upload existing ones from your phone's gallery, or pick up where you left off with drafts. You can change the duration of your short to be up to 60 seconds, and you can choose to add sound. The Shorts creation tools also lets you add effects, adjust recording speed, record with a timer, green screen, trim your clip, and more. When you hit next, you can also add text, voiceover, and filters. Once you're satisfied with your short, tap next. As a final step, you can add a title, choose a thumbnail, and select the visibility and whether it's made for kids or not before you upload your short. Live lets you start a mobile live stream. To do so, you'll need to meet certain eligibility requirements like having at least 50 subscribers and complete a one-time verification for your channel if you haven't already. You can do this from the app when you first try to go live,
What's up guys, Dallas aka Infernus, and have you ever wondered what the most mysterious YouTube channel is? Because I personally haven't, until I found out what it was. Today we're going to be talking about the mysterious and notorious username 666. And I hope I don't get my entire channel terminated by saying that, because YouTube certainly has gone through the effort of trying to censor this thing over the years. So basically, what this is a very long YouTube mystery that's pretty much been unsolved since the very beginning of YouTube itself. It's like the creepypasta of YouTube, the Herobrine of YouTube when it comes down to pretty much every single thing that you could ever imagine being spooky about YouTube. This all started a very, very long time ago with a video being uploaded to YouTube called Username 666, and it was uploaded to this very mysterious YouTube channel, which generally has a lot of very nice, family-friendly, and interesting videos to watch. I don't recommend watching them unless you want to have nightmares for the rest of your life, but they're pretty interesting regardless of that. Now, back then, basically, YouTube was in the Stone Ages. There wasn't really that much going on at all. There wasn't any Google+, there wasn't any YouTube demonetization, and you basically just do whatever you wanted. It was like the Old West of YouTube. There was pretty much no rules at all. And this video was simply titled Username 666. And it was uploaded by this random channel, which I'm not even going to pronounce because maybe it's cursed or something. I don't want to take any chances. And at first, it just seemed like a simple crappy pasta that was posted on YouTube, but people started to take it very seriously. Because, well, just watch. Now, I'm sure you've probably seen that clip a lot on YouTube, maybe in the top 15s, like most creepy YouTube videos ever uploaded, whatever. But basically, this actually started a whole big chain of creepypastas to start going about youtube.com/666 or youtube.com/user/666, the most infamous username ever on YouTube. Because to this very day, this thing doesn't even exist, but it's a little bit creepier than just not existing because it actually was a channel at one point. And we know this because YouTube used to actually say this account was terminated when you went to 666's account. So a lot of internet historians wanted to find out the actual origin of this and find out what exactly they were dealing with by going on to archive.org, also known as the Wayback Machine, which has all these websites that go back in time, all of the snapshots of these popular websites, especially YouTube, and try to find the part in time when 666's channel wasn't deleted. But it basically was deleted since the beginning of time, apparently. Because no matter how far you go back in Wayback Machine, no matter what, username 666 has been deleted off YouTube. And every single message that you see, no matter how far you go back, basically says the same thing. This account has been terminated for breaking YouTube's terms of service. And it changes from time to time. Sometimes as simple as this YouTube channel has been terminated, or this YouTube channel has been terminated for breaking terms of service guidelines, whatever. Basically, this YouTube channel was terminated a very, very long time ago. But if you try going to it right now, it doesn't say that anymore. It just says this YouTube channel doesn't exist. But essentially what I want to do is finally uncover the mystery of username 666. What exactly was this? Was this a YouTube channel that was being run by Herobrine or Satan himself on YouTube? Or was it simply just a prank? Because we all know it had to have existed at some point. Who was youtube.com/666? Now, a long time ago on a nice website called 4chan, you may have heard of it, there was a post regarding username 666. If you do a little bit of digging, you could actually go back on Wayback Machine and find this one post on 4chan, and this was all the way back in 2007. And essentially it listed this YouTube channel as one of their favorite weird YouTube channels for this one poster, which has now been deleted, of course. And this YouTube channel basically listed all of the videos, because back then, YouTube had this little thing where if you posted the link, it would show this HTML preview of the channel and the videos on it. So using a little bit of HTML and inspect element, we could actually go onto Wayback Machine on this one snapshot of this 4chan post and see the actual names of the titles of the videos that were posted on username 666. And believe it or not, they were actually pretty similar to the names of the videos that are on this channel that posted the original 666 video. Some examples of the names were just plain out 666 being one of them, and then the other one being Omega Lustful, or whatever that means. That's all you could decipher from this one HTML thing. You can't see any of the thumbnails, you can't see any of the actual videos themselves, of course, because this was back in 2007. That was enough to convince some people that back when username 666 wasn't terminated, it was actually ran by the same person who now runs this channel, which uploaded the 666 video way back in 2008. Now, more recently, another 4chan user decided to go through the long-lost forums of Google, the Google help page that existed way back in 2007 and 2008, pretty much right after Google decided to finance YouTube and buy it. And basically, we were able to find, or not me, but the person on 4chan was able to find an actual post talking about username 666. Dear Google, this channel has done me harm. The videos are all graphic and repulsive, and are truly gaining attention that it does not deserve. Can you do something about this? August 14th, 2007. And this has been since deleted since 2014. But if you actually look at the account that posted it, the account itself wasn't deleted, and I don't think the person would have gone back and deleted it all the way back in 2014, because that doesn't really make much sense. So what really happened was that YouTube or Google decided to manually delete this, and it's presumed that YouTube is trying to delete every single thing about username 666, every single possible instance of it in history. The whole thing was just one big cover-up, apparently. So I feel like this username 666 was a channel that probably uploaded really weird videos, maybe fetish videos, and someone eventually got like wind of it on YouTube, and they decided to report it through Google forums, and because of that, Google shut it down. And then after that, the owner of that channel decided to, make another video on the second channel because apparently they were mad or something, and it turned into a whole creepypasta. And that would make sense since in the original video in 2008 about username 666, the person's just refreshing the page over and over and over again. Why would a normal person do that unless they are specifically trying to find something like their account, or they're trying to understand why their account got deleted? And also, they're running on Internet Explorer, which doesn't make much sense since it's refreshing so fast. But that's just a little nuance that I noticed. So anyways, that's my theory about what username 666 is. Is it being covered up by YouTube? Quite possibly. I really don't even know. But at the end of the day, this is the longest YouTube mystery, and it is pretty much, as I said earlier, the Herobrine mystery of YouTube. There's still no definitive answer to this, and it's still a very popular creepypasta. So thanks for watching the very first episode of YouTube Unsolved. Hopefully I can get some more interesting things to cover about the mysteries of this very strange website, because this is the second largest website on the entire internet, of course. There's got to be lots of weird things going on amongst the millions of videos that are posted on a daily basis. So with that being said, I'll see all you guys at the next one. Goodbye.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK. We'll haul off your old Christmas tree for free when you have other junk hauled away.
Now sometimes, an internet myth goes a little bit too far. Just a little bit too far out of hand. Goes as far as to sometimes curse over 150 individual people who just so happen to fall victim to it. We're talking about an oldie but goodie, the demon child of YouTube. Some refer to as simply the Red Man video. Although today, that might be a little bit controversial, but still, it doesn't take away from the accurateness of that description. We're going to be covering... I don't speak Yugo-Batamian, so I can't pronounce that. The video that cursed over 150 people. Oh, and by the way, welcome to YouTube Unsolved. Man, I cannot even believe this is the second episode of YouTube Unsolved already, man. I can't even get a grasp of time at all. But guess what? Neither will you, once you look into the deep eyes of this gentleman right here, because this video is cursed. And I'm not even talking about like the type of cursed of like Sonic.exe, Red Mist, Squidward's side. No. Nothing like that. I'm talking like if there actually is one actual video in real life, no jokes, that is actually legitimately cursed, it is this. Mariana Multigod Gorv. Now to cut to the basic nit and gritties, just to get straight into it. The backstory of this legend. 2008, a video goes out on YouTube uploaded by some random YouTube channel called That. Everything seems normal. Well, I mean, as normal as this could possibly seem to you, until all of a sudden, 150 reports go out to YouTube that something went terribly wrong when you decided to watch this video. As a matter of fact, people decided to send in their detached eyeballs into YouTube's headquarters. Now, as you could probably imagine, when YouTube got about 150 mails from people with nothing but their eyes in it, they kind of got a little bit confused on what was going on. So the most logical thing to do was to send a YouTube employee to go review this video, and they did. And after 45 seconds of watching this video, the YouTube employee simply started screaming and going into basically a full-out mental breakdown. And then when they went into therapy, they basically admitted that they hadn't remembered anything that they just saw. But only after this started becoming a very large thing, way after 2008, it became a big meme and a big creepypasta of YouTube itself. Every single unsolved mystery, especially when it comes to the internet. First you have the myth, and then you have the meme, and then the meme and the myth go viral, and then people forget about it. And it never gets solved. Why? I don't know. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we don't do that here. Okay, we do a step further. So was Mariana Mordegaard Glasgow a troll, a meme, a joke, a prank, bro? Or was it actually an Avengers-level threat to YouTube, which caused people to literally die? Well, first, what we need to do, obviously, is look into the specifics itself. 150 people supposedly watched this video back in 2008. And when they did, they clawed their own eyes out and decided to put their eyes into an envelope and send it to YouTube's headquarters. Well, first of all, obviously, that's 100% real and definitely happened. No, obviously not. Because if it had, there would be news, there would be police reports, there would be things you'd be able to find going back in that day covering it. Because that's kind of like, I don't know, I think YouTube might have had a little bit of trouble continuing their company if 150 people just randomly ripped out their eyes and just kind of yeeted themselves. I mean, there wasn't even an adpocalypse, okay, back in 2008. You would think that kind of would happen now that adpocalypse has just basically come out of nowhere for no reason. Now, of course, the physical video in question, the video that the whole thing is based around, is simply a 2-minute long video of a red man with a red background in a devilish type of theme looking into your soul for about 2 minutes straight. That's it. With some creepy Minecraft, like, disc number 11 music in the background or something like that. Really, that's all that there is. And then, of course, for the last 2 seconds, there's like an Easter egg, jump troll or whatever, where the guy just smiles in your face and then the video ends. But we do pretty much know that this specific video that's up right now on YouTube, when you search up that title, is not the actual original. Even though this was made in 2008, this is not the original video that spawned this whole myth on YouTube. Well, let me show you my little helpful friend. It's called Wayback Machine. That's right, we're basically soulmates at this point. We can go on YouTube support pages, 4chan, Reddit, and we can go actually to YouTube itself and we can see people talking about the video when it was first released. The original. Not even the one that you can watch today. All you have to do is go on the Wayback Machine, go back to the same time period of around early 2008, type in the keywords Mariana Mordegaard Glasgow, and you will find all of these different results of all these people talking about it on the YouTube forum. And this was back in January of 2008. That's how I know the original video was taken down. But wait, how do I know it was taken down? Because there was a YouTube employee way back in 2014 who went on the same YouTube help page forum that literally admitted that this video was taken down. They did confirm that the original video called Mordegaard whatever was deleted. And that was all the way back in the magic year of 2014, which seems to be the year where all the mysteries come to an end and everything just turns into a meme. But that's not where it ends. Not this one, at least. The real question, the video itself. This is the closest that we have to actually knowing what the original Mordegaard Glasgow video was. So, what exactly was it? Who's the person in the video? It's just simply a man looking into the camera. Well, simply, if you were to take this video, take some screenshots, or some screenshots that are available on the internet, do some reverse image searching, specifically back into the reverse image searching on websites and Wayback Machine that go back to 2008, you will actually find the original image of the man that is featured in this video. Now, this was actually confirmed in 2014, later on, once again, as I said, the magic year, that this was the actual man who was featured in this video. And it goes even further than that, because this man actually has taken other pictures and has actually documented himself further on into the future, and we actually have more pictures of this person because this is literally a stock image taken from a social media web in 2008. That's right, just this random man right here. There's multiple pictures. It goes on more and more. It's just some random person. This guy unfortunately turned into a 2008 demonic version of the Ricardo Milo meme, immortalized behind this legend, this myth. What exactly was this whole thing? Because you know what time it is. Well, we know that the original curse video whether it be this one or the 20-second version of it, whatever. The one that was uploaded in 2008 was simply a stock footage of some random guy's social media profile picture pasted on a red background with some basic generic black and white media effects on it, and was posted to YouTube under this very strange name. And we know that the meme itself was made 4 years later, after the whole thing even came into existence. And we do know for a fact that the story behind this video is completely fabricated, and the part that I feel like will never fully be solved is, what was the original Mariana Mortegard Glasgow? There was confirmed to be another video made in January 2008, not April of 2008, the one that's still up today. The one that was taken down for violating the community guidelines of YouTube all the way back then. We'll never know what the contents of that video actually was. Or maybe this YouTube employee is just lying and this was all just one big cover-up. And just as clarification, the person who made that claim in the YouTube forums was a verified YouTube worker at the time, so we know for a fact that they did work for YouTube. In January 2008, some random weird YouTube channel uploaded a possibly cursed video featuring a stock footage of a man in a red background with weird music, and then that video was deleted for violating the guidelines. Then, in April of 2008, someone re-uploaded another version of the video and titled it the same thing. That one is still up today. After years go by, that video started getting viral, making another meme, making it a trend, and then eventually a creepypasta was written about the whole thing. Yet another version of Herobrine on YouTube. And then more and more versions of the edited clips were put into YouTube, claiming that they were the actual original ones, but no one could obviously provide proof of that. And we know that the creepypasta that was written about this was completely wrong and fake, obviously, because that's what creepypastas are. So yeah, we'll never be able to fully solve this one, but at the end of the day, I think I was able to get some pretty good progress, because for some reason, everyone likes to forget and push every YouTube and internet mystery to the side, never to be seen again, and that's not satisfactory to me. So in the next episode of YouTube Unsolved, we'll be finding even yet another. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
¿Qué pasa cuando el mundo te abandona? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Quiénes fuimos a la montaña?
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Dallas, aka Infernus, and welcome back to another episode of YouTube Unsolved. Now today, we're going to be covering something a little bit different. I don't usually cover these types of unsolved mysteries on this series, because usually what I like to cover is things that are more or less like creepypasta based, things that don't really have too much of a backstory to them, and fun things that just go on this website that really creep me the freak out. But this time, I want to actually delve into a possible situation that took place and is most likely actually still taking place on this website, which could very well be linked with an actual crime of a murder mystery taking place on YouTube that still to this day has not been figured out yet. Now today we're going to be talking about the events that took place on the channel known as Deeper. Now you can make plenty of very funny memes about that name, but today we're not going to be talking about the name or anything. We're definitely not going to be making any weird puns about the name. We're just going to be talking about what actually this channel is all about. Pretty much off the bat, instantly, everyone who saw the videos assumed that it was some form of an ARG, which stands for Every Villain is Lemons alternate reality game. Pretty much something that people do when they are bored, like right now. But over time, lots of people started figuring things out about this particular ARG that was a little bit concerning. Well, pretty much the clues started saying that the person who was making it kind of killed some people. So that's kind of
Go into the fold and turn website layouts into an art form with Wix Studio.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dallas, aka Infernus, and welcome to a little thing I like to call YouTube Unsolved. Now today we're going to be covering something that's been an ancient myth on basically YouTube, of course, and well, obviously not a single person watching this video is probably unaware of it. Now this, of course, is the phenomenon of WebDriver Torso. It's a very delightful name, and it makes total sense when you say it. It really just rolls off your mouth. Well, now the first thing that might be going through your mind is, wait, hold up a second, Dallas. That was solved. We all know what that is. It's obviously just a Google channel. Everyone knows that. What are you, daft? Come on, man. Get better ideas. Well, hold on one second, because you're wrong. And I'm going to tell you why through the discussion and the investigation of this video. So, in March of 2013, a channel was started on YouTube called WebDriver Torso, and it was pretty simple. There was no videos on it, and there ceased to be any videos on it for the first couple of months that it was actually online. Now, the first time any videos were actually posted was September of 2013, that year. And from that point, a video was uploaded to that channel once every single 1 minute. Over thousands of videos were uploaded on a daily basis. So that means basically the consistency game on this channel was surpassing all other people. There was just absolutely no competition. Now, the thing is, this channel surpassed tens of thousands of videos within even the first couple of months that it was uploading. But it didn't really catch people's attention until the very next year, 2014. Despite it having almost 100,000+ videos on it, it took that long for people to finally notice it. Now, of course, 2014 is the mythical, legendary year that we all keep running into on this series, because it's the year that all of these mysterious things basically just die and turn into a meme. When it came to username 666, all the other ones, apparently everyone just gave up on investigating all of the mysteries in 2014 and just declared them all as just memes. And that's basically what happened. 2014, YouTube came out and explained that actually this channel, is just a silly little test channel that we are broadcasting videos every couple of seconds to in order to test YouTube's quality. And the last video that was ever uploaded to this channel, known as WebDriver Torso, was in October of 2019. So is that just it? That's all there is to it, to this channel? With over 600,000 videos, people just brushed it off as just being a normal thing. It's okay, nothing to see here, I guess. Or maybe that's what they want you to think. And besides, who even is they? We know Google made the channel, obviously. It's quite clear that no single person could upload 600,000 videos to YouTube. Especially no reason to upload 600,000 videos of just basically this. Just completely random slideshows of triangles, circles, and squares with computer-generated sounds in the background. So there's not really any specific reason to do that. Unless you want to go deep into the conspiracy theories of thinking that this whole thing was somehow intertwined with one humongous ARG, which is basically known as an alternate reality game, more specifically that of Cicada 3301, and that this was some kind of top secret super intelligent 200 IQ recruiting system. But in my personal opinion, that's not the case. But instead, there's something even weirder that would probably surprise you. So like I was saying, this channel was obviously started by Google. Everyone knows that. This channel was basically made by Google, but is that all there is? The problem really starts at the very moment that you look into the deep archives of the channel itself. In which case, you'll see that there are not just these same sequential slideshows of these squares and rectangles over and over again, that there are actually different things on this channel that have been uploaded over the years. Clearly uploaded by a human being. For example, I don't think a single bot could upload a clearly handmade taken video of the Eiffel Tower at night, which, by the way, is actually illegal. You're not allowed to take any videos of the Eiffel Tower at night, or any pictures. So maybe this was all a little bit deeper of a conspiracy. And then, of course, we have the infamous Rickroll clip of the channel, which basically featured a silhouette of the famous Rickroll man, Rick Astley, doing a Rickroll dance in the video itself. Now, you could just chalk this off to being just simple humor attempts by YouTube and the employees of YouTube. But the problem is, we all know that YouTube doesn't play that way. YouTube doesn't have employees that really joke in the way of meme culture all that often, especially not in the way that you would think. I mean, we all knew what happened the very instant YouTube tried to get down with the kids in 2018 with the Rewind. it clearly didn't go that well.
Your IT deserves an update. Introducing Atera, the all-in-one IT solution, combining remote monitoring and management, help desk and ticketing, patching, scripting, alerts, advanced reporting, backup and security integrations, all in one platform. Huge ticket queues, a thing of the past. Atera Smart Automations streamline your entire IT operation, freeing you of manual, repetitive, time-consuming tasks.
So maybe this isn't just YouTube running the show here. So we know that no bot could be uploading a video of the Eiffel Tower. And clearly someone edited the video with Rick Astley's shadow in it. So that means that there are people editing these videos, managing this YouTube channel, and using it. It's not just an automated system. So my question is, who? Who is WebDriver Torso? Could this be deeper than we think? Well, you know what time it is. So basically, we know multiple things. That this channel is being run by people. And there's even more evidence to suggest that too, because actually, this channel commented on YouTube on other videos before a long time ago. Comments that were later deleted, maybe to cover something up. One particular comment said specifically, Mathieu is highly intelligent. I don't really know what that means, and I don't think really anyone did. But that's not even the only comment that this YouTube channel left on any video either. There were plenty of WebDriver Torso comments all across the entire internet, and on YouTube, of course. So that also indicates that clearly there is a person or persons using this account. You could just say, it's just Google's employees, man. Why is it so hard to understand? Well, hold on a second, because it gets even scarier. There are 624,774 videos on the channel. Now, that is the exact number of comments that was on Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up video the very day they stopped uploading, October 31st, 2019. Now, the average video length is 11 seconds on the channel, and each video was uploaded on average 1 minute in between from the year of 2014 to 2017. So that means that if we put 1 minute and 11 seconds together, we get 1 minute and 11 seconds. That's approximately the amount of time between each chorus of the song Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. Is that connected? Well, we're gonna go even further. Who's behind the camera? Who's filming the Eiffel Tower? At the very end of that clip, the last thing we see is a laptop screen showing the page of WebDriver Torso on Facebook. This also proves that someone was intelligently running the Facebook account. So who was that? There's clearly a whole thing behind this. There's someone running this. When Google finally revealed the entire basic backstory of WebDriver Torso, when YouTube finally admitted what it was all about, their specific words in doing so was the following. We're never gonna give you uploading that's slow or loses video quality. We're never gonna let you down by playing YouTube in low quality. That's why we're always running tests like WebDriver Torso. Okay, so an obvious homage to, once again, Rick Astley. What is with Never Gonna Give You Up? So much being related to this. It doesn't make any sense, but it does, because there's even more evidence. Now, the technically agreed upon explanation as to who's running this is an actual group of YouTube employees based in Zurich, and they went under the Google group pseudonym of YT Upload Test Partner _ Torso. Sounds normal to me. And one of the people's names who was in this specific group of YouTube employees was Matty, which would explain the comment of Matty is highly intelligent. But is he highly intelligent to have set all of this up that we're going to explain right now? Because I don't buy this explanation. The total likes on Rick Astley Never Gonna Give You Up music video was exactly the same as the total amount of estimated slides in every single slideshow of every single video on WebDriver Torso, also the very day it stopped uploading. If you were to add in all the averages per video, it comes in to be around 4 to 5 million. Generally the exact same. The day that the Rick Astley shadow video was uploaded on the channel was the same week that Rick Astley made an album and released it to people. And finally, the last video on the channel, October 31st, 2019, was in the exact week, 10 years later, after Rick Astley released the video on YouTube, only off by 6 days. So, what does this mean? It means that Rick Astley is behind WebDriver Torso. Obviously, there's just no doubt about it. Unless the people running this, based in Zurich, one by the name of Mathieu, is so highly obsessed with Rick Astley, and also, as by his own comment, highly intelligent, and set this whole debacle up, basically, with all of these tiny clues that only I just managed to figure out right now. Either that, or it was all just one big coincidence. Or Rick Astley is behind WebDriver Torso, and this was all just a publicity stunt for him on YouTube. Now, that is very far-fetched, and I don't think that's actually, like, in realistic terms, the actual answer. But I also don't think it's just a random group of YouTube employees, because YouTube employees generally are not the type of people to go about making an entire ARG out of a whole YouTube channel with over 600,000 videos over the course of like 5 years. That's just not something that I think is in their pay grade. I think they're just mainly meant to, well, keep on installing pointless features that no one asked for. No offense, though. So overall, we covered the fact that the total amount of videos was proportionate to the amount of comments the very day they stopped uploading. The amount of likes on the video on that same day was pretty much the exact amount as the estimated amount of slides in each one of those videos. Rick Astley was featured in one of the videos on WebDriver Torso, and the last video featured on the channel was exactly 10 years after Rick Astley released the video Never Gonna Give You Up. So my conclusion to all of this is that WebDriver Torso was just one big freaking Rickroll. That's right. The whole thing was just Rick Astley Rickrolling the entire internet. So that is who is behind WebDriver Torso. You can either believe the boring explanation, there's just a bunch of foreign people running YouTube that had a YouTube group which got deleted and wrote comments and made a huge ARG with all kinds of mysterious like features and clues hidden that no one really found out for no reason, and uploaded 600,000 videos for not really any reason, because I don't know why you'd have to even upload videos to test YouTube's quality anyways. I mean, surely there's a better way of doing that. I'm no technician, but I mean, come on, really? There's something more to this than just that, and I'm very surprised people just kind of gave up caring about it. So overall, has this been solved? Not entirely, but I think we've definitely pretty much answered the question. Who is behind WebDriver Torso? It's one of the three answers I just gave you. Pretty much there's actually only two explanations, but three full answers. So yeah, that's it for this video on YouTube Unsolved. And I'm sorry, but I had to rickroll you with this entire video because this whole thing was just a big rickroll from the very beginning. It just took multiple years to pan out. And then, of course, just about 7 years later for some random person behind the camera right now to tell you all about it. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Well now, we all know that the first video on YouTube was called Me at the Zoo by a channel known only as Jod. But is that truly the case? Well, today, I'm going to be providing evidence that indeed may suggest that there was actually, at one point, a video that was uploaded before that. My name is Dallas, aka Inferness, and welcome to the Tekka Realm. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and you'll get 10 years of good luck. YouTube itself started February 2005, but the first video was supposedly uploaded in April of 2005. That was a whole month period of time when YouTube was supposedly launched, when there was actually no content on it at all. Did anyone actually have access to YouTube at that time? Or was it just this one person? And if not, then why did it take so long for someone to finally upload videos? A new interesting study came out, which wasn't really a study, but more or less a delve deep back to the earliest ages of YouTube, discovered by a couple Redditors who discovered that there was actually indeed some evidence to point out that the first video, which is also a very popular video with 90 million views, known as Me at the Zoo, was actually supposedly not the first ever YouTube video ever posted. And that's because the first channel on YouTube wasn't actually Jod. Back in that day, channels on YouTube were not really considered channels. YouTube was first started to actually be an online site where you can meet people based off of a certain parameters that you could check based off of your account settings. Supposedly, that's what the first goal initiative of YouTube was. I'm not entirely sure of that. And that's not what was discussed in this discovery, of course. But what was discussed was the fact that the first channel on YouTube or at least, if not the very first channel, the first ever account on YouTube was under the name of Comtest. Not contest with an N, but a Comtest with an M, which wasn't actually a name of a channel because, as I said, channels didn't really exist back then, and this was found not through Wayback Machine or some other publicly known archive of web information, but this was actually scanned by looking through all of the different crawl dates of YouTube throughout its entire history, through all the different sources that actually archive different pieces of the web throughout all of the entire internet. I can only imagine like how many of these things actually exist of YouTube, how many different snapshots of youtube.com being the second most popular website in history that there are available. But essentially when they scrolled all the way back to the very beginning before YouTube was purchased by Google and when it was only being first developed by its original ex-PayPal employees, we see that there was an actual channel called Comtest, which uploaded a video by that same name, Comtest. And there is pretty much no way to play back exactly what was in the video, simply because of how long ago it was, and it was most likely deleted way before Jod uploaded his video, Me at the Zoo, which was the first ever video uploaded to an official YouTube channel. But most likely, what this video was about, called Comtest, was to test the ability of YouTube being able to have a usable playback system for video content. So the first video ever uploaded was technically a video just to test the ability for YouTube to be able to have videos on their website. And there are some snapshots that actually show that the video was named Comtest 1 and then there was a Comtest 2, suggesting that either back then you could edit the title of your videos or you could upload more than one. But they were all either uploaded at the same time or it was just one video. This same person actually found out that the first YouTube channel, supposedly, before this discovery, that had uploaded the first YouTube video actually had uploaded another video after that, which is obviously no longer available to see, but you could see that this was uploaded in June and it's under some clearly random title. So clearly, lots of these old videos have been deleted. So could this be fake? It could be if it wasn't demonstrated by multiple people. This was actually backed up on Reddit multiple times by other people who weren't actually connected or friends with the original poster that said that they found that this exact video existed if they looked on certain archive websites as well. So this was available to see, and there is no way to play back the Comtest 1, 2, or 3 videos, of course. But if there was, then technically we'd be able to see the real first ever video uploaded to YouTube. Was it an actual video itself, or was it just an arbitrary test of videos of YouTube's quality? Who knows? But it definitely wasn't intended to be seen by that many people, since it was supposedly deleted only a week or two after it was uploaded, which ended up being a whole month before Jod ended up posting his video. So yeah, this first video on YouTube was uploaded February 28th, 2005. That's pretty interesting to know, that the actual first video was indeed this. But who knows, maybe there's even another video that came before this, because that's still multiple weeks after YouTube started. So who knows what was going on in the development all the way back then. But yeah, this is a pretty intriguing discovery, and I can only imagine and hope that this is real. But thank you all for watching. That's all the information I can give about this at this current moment. My name is Dallas, aka Infernus. If you found this interesting as well, I'd highly appreciate it if you just annihilate the like button kindly, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one. How's it going? Dallas, aka Infernus, and welcome to another episode of YouTube Unsolved. That's right, today we're going to be covering the ancient YouTube comet that ruined people's lives. The supposedly cursed comet that took place and quite literally ruined every single person's life who interacted with it in any single way. It sounds unbelievable, and to be honest, it was pretty much unbelievable to me. It still is. You know what day it is? It's that spook day of the year, and obviously you can't just go around doing your trick-or-treating like you kids always used to in the years past for obvious reasons, so I felt like I was going to try to make this day a little bit more spookier for you while you just stay at home by basically making this very special episode with this subject, which is by far the creepiest subject I've covered in this entire series. Like literally, I've only done about 5 official episodes of the YouTube Unsolved series, but every single one of them, it was kind of all fun and games, you know, like It was all debunkable. It was all explainable. But this one, when I was looking at all the research and all of the information and going through all the situations we're going to discuss in this particular video, for whatever reason, I felt myself becoming more and more eerily creeped out. This was found by a user who submitted it to me via my email, and they sent me some of the screenshots too. So thank you for that. And also, please, if you have anything that's weird on YouTube that you found, submit it to my email, and I'll appreciate that. You might get a whole episode made about it. So with all that being said, let's get straight into this. This all started on 4chan. And that's not that surprising because it usually is just either 4chan or Reddit, the two scariest places on the entire internet, obviously. I'm going to let you guess exactly what year this started in. There's going to be a little poll right there, and you can just take a guess. It's going to have a bunch of years on there. And just take a wild guess what year you think this mystery started in. It's not a trick question, but I hope you guessed anyways. It's 2008, because apparently what I've noticed in this series is that all of these mysteries seem to start in 2008. Like 2008 is some kind of like accursed year where everything just became mysterious. This post was made by an anonymous 4chan user in October of 2008. No other update was ever made by this particular person after this post. It was just one single post with a whole bunch of replies underneath it, which really made the whole thing a whole lot worse. So yeah, and just as one final disclaimer, if you are superstitious about things, I don't know what to tell you. You shouldn't have clicked this video because we're going straight into this. Let's get into the zone right now. October 5th, 2008. Hello, X-Board. I know this is out of my league of understanding, and will probably receive a fair share of criticism for being so paranoid, but I have to come forward about it. Just last Wednesday, I was watching my normal favorite playlist on YouTube.com, which I usually would spend about an hour a day on up to this point. What should be noted is that I comment a lot, and I like to repost a lot of the comments that I find funny. I like rating almost every video I watch too, so needless to say, I'm active on the site. One of the videos I regularly come back to is the Jesus is My Friend song, linked below. Okay, and so for all the normies out there, which is basically everyone, the video that's being talked about is this. So yeah, that's it. Just a normal 2008 religious fun type song video. Nothing too unusual about it. I always like to read the new comments that appear on the video since it's becoming more popular. Just as I said earlier, I feel like I'll get hate and probably trolled because of this, but this is where the horrible stuff starts to happen. One comment, which was in the highest rated section, wasn't even rated at all, but had a bunch of replies, which off the bat doesn't make sense to me. It was also in a different language. I don't even want to recount verbally what the comment said, as I believe it to be the origin of all of my current problems. Here's the link. For all those who don't know, Google has a fairly new program called Translate. So if you really want to, and I really hope you don't, you can use that to decipher it. As for me, I replied asking what the words meant out of curiosity, which was what the majority of all the others were asking in the replies too. I swear to you, within the 2 minutes after I clicked the reply button, I was already watching halfway through the next video, and my ceiling fan fell, missing me by only a foot. Alright, so now we're getting straight into the, weird zone here. Ceiling fans don't often just fall, as far as I know, right? I mean, that's not just usually a thing that happens. It could be just a coincidence, obviously, but we're just getting started. It was the loudest thing ever, and gave me the worst jump scare of my life. I'm only 13 years old, so my parents obviously had to deal with it. Other than that, small things started to happen. On the way to school 2 mornings after, my mom got in a mild accident with me in the front. Someone hit us on the side when we were turning on the green light, coincidentally stopping us just barely from being hit dead on by some idiot who ran the red light at crazy speeds. Either way, I had to be late to school. Okay, so we literally went straight from the weird zone to the danger zone because this person apparently almost had a life or death situation car crash. All of these images have been reverse image searched to make sure that they're valid and they weren't like reused anywhere else on the internet. It seems to me, based off all the websites that I've used, that this image was completely original to this one poster in this thread. Either that or they got some pretty dang good Photoshop skills, or they actually just crashed a car just so they could fake this. My brother stepped in glass while taking out the trash and had to be rushed to the emergency room. He had to get 15 stitches on his ankle and Achilles tendon. I'm not showing an image of that for obvious reasons. And just today, my parents told me that they were now in the process of separating and wanted to wait for the right time to tell me. After the first few incidents, I couldn't be bothered to think anything of it. But all this? I just went back to the original video I found the comment on, and when you may expect that it mysteriously disappeared like in a horror movie, no, it's still there, even with more replies and 4 thumbs up. I'm not a superstitious person, my family's not even religious, but now I'm questioning that. If anyone has any info on this commenter, or wants to tell me I'm crazy, please reply. I just needed to share this, potentially let someone who works for YouTube know. Alright, so that's cool. You know, at first glance, obviously anyone would just instantly just say that this is a creepypasta and everything's normal. Like, you see creepypastas like this lingering all around 4chan and all over the internet, especially back in 2008. It was the prime time for that spooky time or era of the internet to start happening. The first user in particular wrote up a follow-up post, and it goes like this. I've seen this exact same commenter too on this video. I'm a part of my church's music club and often look up the songs we plan on playing beforehand as a reference, and I can tell you that whoever this person is only commenting on religious videos, most particularly with the name Jesus in the title. From what I've noticed, they always comment on the same language. It looks like the original Dropbox link is not working. It's alright, there's lots of bugs with that website. Luckily, I saved it here if you want. Since the original image that was in the original post was not available, and that's probably because a long time ago it got deleted off Dropbox, this individual person right here, Crustboy, just happened to have the image saved on his computer a long time ago, and he reposted it. So I'm about to show the image of the original comment right now, and I'm just saying, if you happen to be prone to believing this type of stuff, close your ears, cover your eyes, whatever, do what you need to do, but here it is. This is the original comment made by Sandro Douglads, and as you can see, first glance, it's just a bunch of gibberish. Looks like someone just slammed their face into the keyboard over and over again, and that's not really that healthy, so if that is what it is, please don't do that, Sandro. But it just keeps going down and down from here, so let's keep going. So I replied to the comment, I wrote hi, that's it. Nothing happened. An hour later, I got a ding from my notifs. Ducking Sandro whatever last name messaged me. LOL. Some troll. So, GeoLifer, which is the name of the user who made this post, seems like they might have stumbled across this series of posts talking about this one comment. Maybe thought that they were just going to try to play around with the fire, mess around with it, or something like that. This was a couple weeks after the original posts were made. And as we can see with the screenshot, we see that now Sandro has actually progressed to the next level. Now, Sandro's not just making comments, but emailing people in this extremely old, archaic style email looking thing. Looks like it's Gmail back in its first official years. I'm not even sure if Gmail existed back then, but I'm pretty sure it did. And it's just the same jumble of words and letters all put together. And you know what? Just because of that, I decided to take the risk for you guys, and I manually typed out all the words in Google Translate just to see if these random things, because they do look like they're speakable. So I decided to write them all out in Translate to see if there was any actual language, and there's not. But Google Translate seems to think it's African, but it's still just the same words in the right-hand side of the screen. So now we move on to the final post, and it's really something else. Okay, WTF. Why is this thread dead? This is some serious... I've been robbed. I lost everything. I woke up last night at 3 a.m. to the sound of rummaging outside my door. I live in a 500 square foot apartment and have no roommates. Loud banging and running around. My gut instinct was to call the cops, so I did so while under my bed. The police were on the line with me for 30 minutes straight, while whoever the hell broke into my house kept making the racket non-stop. The operator eventually told me that now the response time in my small city was going to be even longer because one or more of the police cars crashed on the way to my place. Like, are you kidding me? The scariest bit of this was when the sound just stopped. I mean, like, immediately. I thought there was no way whoever was in my house just left like that. They never even entered my room, which is the only other room in the whole place. The cops got there, and the place was soiled. All my gone. Even my car. Gone, without a trace. My key was still on the front table though, and I'm now crashing at my friend's place for the time being. For the record, F. Sandro Douglads. What? Man, that's that's getting to the point where it's kind of too much to me. We have one more instance of time after I scoured the entire Google support page looking for any instance of Sandro Douglads, and there is actually a person who made a support question talking about how this comment was kind of bothering them in so many different ways. And this was all the way in 2011, so 2 years later, and it goes like this. I have a work Google account. A user by the name of Sandro Douglads continued to comment on all of my posts, both on videos and on my page. Many of my followers have complained about this individual for multiple reasons. Can you please do something about this? I've tried reporting, but have seen nothing happen. To this day, no one ever replied to this question. So now we come to the same time that we do in every single episode, and you know what it is. All I can really say is that I think, in my own personal opinion, this whole thing is true, but not true in the way that you think. I think the events that took place in this whole thing actually did happen, because there'd be no reason for these people to just be lying about this whole thing. They never, seeked publicity. They never posted it anywhere else, as far as I know, other than this thread, which didn't get any attention at all. So there wouldn't really be that much of a reason for them to make it all up. On top of the fact, the screenshots are all proven to be real as far as reverse image search technology can confirm. So I think that this whole thing was just a coincidence. You can look up Sandro's name on YouTube and nothing shows up. There's just one result that's not even related whatsoever. Clearly, that's been deleted a long, long time ago. And these people, I think they're telling the truth. However, it's really based off your own interpretation. If you are the type of person to be superstitious about things, I certainly think that there is a possibility that this could have been something like that. Maybe the guy's just been playing too much Wizard 101. But yeah, that is the ancient curse YouTube comment that ruined people's lives. Now, other than this post, which happened 2 years later on the Google support questions section, which didn't get any reply, by the way, it just got archived instantly right after it was posted, with just one thumbs up. I don't know who gave it a thumbs up, but no one replied. No person or employee replied to it. Maybe even Google looked at this whole thing and they were like, nah, fam, I'm not dealing with this. I guess we'll have to find out if this whole thing was real if I end up figuring out that every single person who watched this video got cursed again. So yeah, whoever Sandro Douglads is, all I can say to you, fam, is if you really are out there cursing people by slamming your head into a keyboard, please just stop. That's just not cool, man. It's probably not healthy for your face either. So yeah, that's the video, and as of right now, this current mystery is still unsolved. Maybe next time we'll solve something, but this is just, there's not enough information generally, that's just how it is. This happened so long ago, and no one really knew anything. No one's really known anything or had any information past the year 2011 of any of this. It's scary, okay? It's scary. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and until then, have a spooky day. Goodbye. There have been many YouTube awards in history. One for 1 million subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, 10 million subscribers, and even more recently, 50 million, and even upwards of 100 million. But what about that one YouTube award that we all forgot about? Or better yet, we never even realized existed. Well, that's what this video is all about. The long-lost YouTube award that we all forgot about. I've been in contact with a friend of mine who works for YouTube recently, and we've been conversing about lots of things regarding this one particular award that was given out a long time ago on YouTube to a total of only 439 channels. But I actually should say, instead of channels, the award was given out to people in general. The program that was releasing this award was only active for about a year of time, from the dates of 2013 all the way to the very beginning of 2015 in January. And I'm happy to announce that I actually managed to get my hands on one of these special awards, and I'm going to show it to all of you guys today. So yeah, we're about to make history today, boys, because we're about to unbox one of the rarest YouTube awards ever released, and that was ever in circulation at any time. Now, this video was made possible because of my good friend named Phil, who works for YouTube, and I've talked about Phil in a few other videos that I've made. He used to work in the YouTube awards department back when they were shipping these out to people, but basically, without him, I wouldn't have been able to even have known that this thing even existed at any point. He basically pointed out the fact that they sent out over 400 of these in between the dates of August of 2013 all the way to the beginning of 2015 in January. About 60 of them were never even sent to anyone. And out of those 60, they just happened to have 17 of them just lying around in the YouTube headquarters that they never sent. So they were just basically sitting there for up to 5 years. But luckily, because I just happened to know the right people, we're about to unbox the single rarest YouTube award ever. Let's get straight into it. So with all of that out of the way, I feel like it's finally time to break the ice and reveal this long-lost, forgotten YouTube award. And I keep using the word forgotten as if it was at some point known by people. But as I mentioned, this was only handed out to a total of 439 people, only 17 of which remained for me to actually have shipped to me. So, for this particular award, I was given an option of around 17 available videos that had reached 10 million views within the time bracket of 2013 to 2015, and the only one that was actually notable to me that wasn't some foreign language or by some YouTube channel that I'd never heard of was one by Sky Does Minecraft. As a matter of fact, the very first 10 million viewed video that he had on his YouTube channel, Cops and Robbers. Now, this video was particularly the one video that won him this award, and that was mainly because the video itself was the first video to reach 10 million views, which was the main purpose of what the award was for, to be given to everyone who reached 10 million views on one of their videos. But it would only happen the first time you reached 10 million views on a video. All other videos you'd get after that, it wouldn't happen anymore. You would not receive this award. So now, let's go ahead and open it up and see what it looks like. As you can see, it was just shipped to me in a normal FedEx box. Now, I'm not sure if this is what it would actually have looked like to all the people who received this, but to the 17 awards that they just had lying around that they, for whatever reason, never ended up shipping to people, I guess they just ended up having to pick a random box to just throw this thing into, as we can see right here. And they just filled it with a whole bunch of styrofoam. Now, styrofoam's obviously okay because, you don't want this thing shifting around too much. This thing really had some bulk to it. It is quite heavy for how small the box is. Once we reveal it from the inside, it's kind of buried deep in there. We can see that this thing actually looks very, very slick. We have the very nice white old YouTube logo slickly printed onto the top of the box here. And the box itself, surprisingly, isn't that good of quality, in my opinion. It just it's a little bit flimsy. It doesn't even have that much of a latch that closes it. It's just magnetically sealed. But as we can see looking around all the sides of it, it is rectangular, and it is a lot smaller than any box that you would see with a silver play button inside of it.